If you've heard the phrase MCP in the tech or AI world recently, you're not alone. And after talking to a lot of people in my free AI community, the AI Academy, it seems that most people don't even understand what an MCP is and what it stands for. So in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you what an MCP is and how you can use it to help you. Before we dive in, make sure you've joined the AI Academy. It's my free school community. We have 2,800 people in here already, learning how to use AI with free tools, guides, walkthroughs, and a community of people that support each other, all completely free. If you want this guide that I'll be going through in this video, first link in the description. You just click the link, it'll take you right to this page. So the protocol everyone in AI is talking about, without the jargon engineering speak or that you need to learn Python first nonsense. I'm going to take you through a quick visual that, gave me two here. We'll go with the second one. What an MCP actually is. I'm going to show you how I use them in my workflows. The setup here. Every AI YouTuber is talking about MCP. You watch a 20-minute video, hear model context protocol 8 times, see a diagram with arrows, but you'll walk away with no useful information. I'm going to break it down so it's super elementary, so something you can use today. This guide is a 7-minute version, no code, no engineering speak, just me walking through a guide, talking to you, answering questions in the comments, answering questions in the community. Under every single guide, we have a link where people can chat. That one's brand new. This one I bet will have comments on it where people are talking about the video. So you can come into the community, ask questions. If I missed anything, if you have any other questions, I'm in here responding all day. Why I get to tell you this, I built a newsletter talking about AI over the past 3 months. 30 million channel views, just talking about education with the AI. I hop on here once a day, press record, talk for 10 to 12 minutes, one take, no cuts, because I think that's more authentic. 100 million impressions on those videos. Built and sold a small AI startup, built a sneaker business, $100 million in revenue. Those of you who have been listening to the channel know all this. I love this AI stuff. I read about it. I invest in it for a job. I love learning about it. I think it's super fascinating. And I use MCPs every single day. I've built MCP integrations into client deliverables for done-for-you builds. If you go to my website and you want to look at some of those, just go to work with me, done-for-you builds, and we have a few case studies of stuff I've done with MCPs here. I'm not a developer, I'm an operator. This is the version of the MCP explanation that I wish someone had wrote for me. So the 30-second version, if you want to click off this video or stop going through the guide now, if you only read this section, MCP is the USB for AI. Before MCPs, AI lived in a chat box. You typed at it, typed back, and that was it. After an MCP, an AI can dig into your Gmail, your calendar, your Notion, your Slack, your Beehive, your files, and actually do things to them. That's the whole thing. The rest of this guide just makes it real for you. What MCP actually stands for? As I said earlier, it stands for Model Context Protocol. But what does that even mean? Released by Anthropic in late 2024, it's now adopted across every major AI platform: Claude, Cowork, Claude Code, OpenAI, Google Workspace, Gemini, and dozens of independent agents. It's an open standard. Anyone can build on it, anyone can use it, and nobody owns it. The last part matters more than the name, I think. Open standards are how the internet got built, and it's what Anthropic did in late 2024 with MCPs. HTTP was the protocol that let any browser talk to any website. MCP is the protocol that lets any AI talk to any app. The problem MCP solves, picture how AI worked in 2023. Kind of went over this. I'm going to skip over this for the YouTube video. But again, instead of just chatting AI to AI, the MCP can now move things across the internet. How MCP works, and I think ChatGPT does a good job with this visual here. So Model Context Protocol is a standard that lets AI models connect to tools, data, and servers. So again, at the beginning, before MCPs in early 2024, and we've had MCPs for about a year and a half, over 2 years now, an AI application, you'd just be chatting back and forth. But with the Model Context Protocol, the universal connector, right, the USB for AI, as some would say, you can now connect that AI chat to your tools, your data, your service. So like for the AI debrief, this has an MCP where I can connect it into a Claude chat, and it has all the data on our open rate, which is 40%, by the way. You should go subscribe. We just released a new article. It's doing amazing about the Pope. And we get all that data, and we can connect it to the AI application. In short, MCP is the bridge that helps AI talk to the outside world in a standardized and secure way. And I think that secure explanation is super important. So we just went over all this. You can read this in the guide as well if you want. And the server, the client, and the protocol. I think this is the analogy that makes you click the USB-C. Before USB-C, every device had its own charger, its own cable, its own port. Apple had Lightning, Android had micro USB, and cameras had their own thing. Headphones had jacks. It was total chaos. The USB-C was the standard everyone agreed on. And the MCP is the USB-C for AI. Now, what this unlocks, 3 things in order of mind-blowing. I write these quick, I'm sorry. AI becomes an operator, not a chatbot, as I just talked about, like with the newsletter. It actually becomes an operator. Personal AI agents become more real, and the SaaS subscription bloat starts collapsing, hence the SaaSpocalypse people were talking about. The 3 things you need to get started, and I'm going to jump into Claude here with my MCPs. If you have any of these, you're ready. Claude Cowork, Claude Desktop, Claude Code, ChatGPT Desktop. The MCP servers for the tools you actually use, Gmail, Google Calendar, Beehive I use a lot, GitHub's going to be super popular, Slack, Notion, all the Google Drive. Add all of these. I'll show a little preview here. If we go over to connectors, these are all already connected for me. This is the stack I'm currently running. A reason to use it. This is the part most tutorials skip. Don't install MCP servers for fun. Install them because they have a specific job. So for me, for example, when we go over to my connectors, let's see if I can hover over here correctly. This is only used for a project around my newsletter to collect data, see what's doing well, see what's not, make iterations on the website, the newsletter, so it can be successful. The MCP is a huge reason why this grew to 100,000 subscribers in under 100 days. Gmail, manage my Gmail inbox along with my OpenClaw agent, so I don't have to be spending all day responding to emails, brand deals, stuff like that. Google Calendar, manage my calendar, make sure I'm killing it my full-time job, make sure I'm killing it with everything in my life, just to organize things, all from the chat window. Google Drive, if I need to send someone a file. We're doing something really cool with the AI Academy where we're onboarding more AI creators now. They need their files. Get those from Google Drive. Notion's where I store a lot of my backend, that in Supabase. So if I have an idea, I save it into Notion. And then OpenBrain, I got this from Nate B. Jones's Substack. Something I'll be making a video on a bit later. I think it'll get some traction. It's basically taking all your inference and your ideas and just taking it out of the hands of the large language model companies, so you always have that data available for yourself, and it's not stuck or trapped in between their walls per se. Like, you can always float between different providers. I can make a video on that. It's interesting. I'm planning on it. I think it's pretty cool, and I don't think a lot of people are doing it. What MCP is not? A quick myth busting. MCP is not AI. The AI is the model, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. MCP is not just for developers. End users use MCP every day through Cowork, as I just showed. MCP is not a programming language. I think a lot of people think it is just because of the 3 letters. I don't know. MCP is not the new ChatGPT plugin, and MCP is not optional anymore. You need MCPs plugged in and running if you want to get ahead and honestly keep up in AI. Now, I know we're a little over on the 7 minutes, but just some closing remarks here. What's coming next? A few predictions based on what I'm seeing. Every SaaS will eventually expose an MCP server. Skill sub agents and multi-agent orchestration all sit on top of a new MCP. And just use MCP will become the default answer for a lot of things here soon. What to do next? Now that you know what an MCP is, you're probably wondering which MCP server should actually be installed. In tomorrow's video, so if you're in the school, you can come up here. It will be this video right above. I will be going over... Actually, let me just do a little live edit here so I can link that so people remember to see it. Anyone that's been around my channel knows we do live edits. Let me just link this for you guys. Money. So, when this video is live, we'll have the YouTube video at the top like we do with all the guides here, like where, see, explaining video, full guide, chat with the community. That's how I set it up. I think it's really clean. So I can walk you through it. Sometimes on some of these guides, I go through like the entire process on my own, if it's an actual like build. But in tomorrow's video, the MCP servers I use every day, I'll walk through my exact setup, what each one does, and the one workflow I run on each one daily. In the meantime, if you want a deeper version of the guide, it's all here inside the AI Academy. If you like this walkthrough, we're slowly rolling out AI Academy Plus, where you take all the education you learned here and you can monetize it into revenue. That is slowly rolling out. We have a few people in there already. Super exciting. Anyone that watches me knows I drop a video every single day. If you found this useful, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.